look out for. In fact,
yesterday we had a very interesting conversation.
With hindsight, I think when I chose, I was very naive. And I keep telling my husband that if you have come to propose to me now,
as I am,
your chances are very slim.
and he would ask me why, because I think I didn't know the journey I was going on. So when I was choosing, I only chose looking at my then. So I looked for someone who would accept me as I am, who would encourage me to be me, and who would want me just being me. I looked at someone who I could relate to as a friend and someone whose values aligned with mine. I think those were the basic things I considered then.
But those are really good.
Yeah.
But going on the journey, I have come to realize...
Now being on the journey.
Yes, being on the journey, I have come to realize that the biggest deal for me would have been one who is very biased towards God. One who has found God, who knows God, and who, when shove comes to push, would always lean towards God's side or God's will. Because the journey of marriage, you cannot predict. You know you are on a journey, but you cannot predict what would happen. So when it comes to crunch and we need to do something, I would prefer one who would choose God's side. Then, coming to the physicals, I would use, I think it is in Corinthians or so, the love is kind, love is this. I would list it and I'll mark you. And the standard should be, at least for every point, you should be hovering somewhere around 90.
Hey.
So how kind are you? How long-suffering are you?
Patient.
How
patient are you?
Yes.
Patient.
How do you condone evil? How much evil?
How not envious are you?
So I will list them, and you would have to score at least 85%
in
for
all
me.
of them.
Yes. Then, of course.
There's more.
Yes. Your values.
This then suggests that you will be scoring 85% yourself.
Yes, I think. Yes, I think so.
She's scoring us. I
think so.
I
think so.
She's not very firm about
she's
her
just
point.
not sure about where from 85 to 100.
If someone, I'm saying I think so because I have to give room for people to assess. But from my own perspective, I think even if I am not there, I am willing
to work
it out.
So if the person doesn't score 85 and they are willing to work with you, you still would give them a chance?
No.
You see them on probation.
Because the journey is long. I cannot predict what will happen. And it is like you going on a journey and you are not too sure of the vehicle you are going with. Then you say, oh, because I'm sure you tighten the no. It will be too risky for me.
Well, at least if you don't know the journey and you have an idea of what the road looks like, then you know that, okay, you could find some mechanics on the road if there is a challenge. There probably will be a gas station if you have to fill up. You know what I mean?
That is why I said the defining thing for me is the God bias thing.
Great.
So even if you are not loving enough, but I can discern that, you would want to know what God is saying, and you wouldn't mind doing it, and you would do it. I think I would consider that. The God bias thing would sort of negate every other thing for me.
For you. Wow. And then number 3?
Our values must align. There must be some, like Aram said, looks. I would think of, my children should look some way. So I'll look at the looks. And it is not everybody that I really want to be close to, intimate with. So at least that thing that when you touch me, I won't cringe.
Should be there.
It should be there.
It's true.
Hey.
It's